I have been practicing this for quite some time. Because, oh boy, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I have been hyperfixating on Metroid for whatever reason. And I blame Dread, but at the same time, I also just blame my neurotic brain that I just latched onto Metroid for whatever reason. And Metroid 1 in specific, I don't know. Like, I tried playing a little bit of Metroid Prime, and I like Metroid Prime. I tried playing a little bit of Metroid 2 and Super Metroid. I even tried playing a little bit of Metroid Zero Mission, but for whatever reason, just Metroid 1 latched onto my brain, and I don't know why. I think well, I have a couple theories as to why. It might be because it's such a short game. I don't have to commit to a long sort of thing. I could beat it in like around 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So maybe that's it. I don't know. I've also been consuming a lot of Metroid media. The music that we're listening to right now is a very good analog synth remake of Kraid's Lair, done by what's his name? Luminist on YouTube. Does some fantastic work. It's always nice to hear some nice analog synth. Anyway, I just think it's cool. But that is quite enough of that. Thank you, Kraid's Lair. You are my favorite song in Metroid. And it doesn't really get all that much love, honestly. The most love that I got was from Smash Brothers. Anyway, here we are. Let's go ahead and use my fancy transition to get to this screen. Hey, everyone. How's it going? So I hemmed and hawed for a long while trying to figure out which version of Metroid I was going to play. Because right next to the console... Oh, I don't have the cartridge in there. Of course I don't. I guess I must have put it away. I have my NES. And I was thinking about playing on original hardware, but the video quality would be absolutely terrible because converting an AV signal to HDMI doesn't really turn out all that well. It doesn't turn out good. And then I decided maybe I would try my Retron 5. It would give me access to turbo buttons and fancy sort of stuff like that. But then I remembered that the Retron 5 only outputs a maximum of 720p. And I didn't really like the idea of that, because if I'm going to go for quality, why would I stretch 720p to 1080p? Because I stream in 1080p now. So I then decided to just go ahead and do the Switch version on the Nintendo Switch NES Online. And the reason why I decided to do that is because of one specific missile. There's one specific missile in Ridley's Lair that I cannot reliably get, and I do want to get everything. So everything is going to be legitimate except for potentially that one missile tank, in which case I will then use the rewind function for that. But other than that, everything's going to be legit. So here we go. This is Metroid on NES. Anyway, I hope you all like that little Metroid that I drew. That took me about 2.5 hours. It took me about one Metroid playthrough to draw that. I like them. I just took the NES sprite, slapped it down in Photoshop, and drew over it. Anyway, we have an emergency order. Defeat the Metroid of the planet Zebeth and destroy the Mother Brain, the mechanical life vein. Galaxy Federal Police M510. We might as well go ahead and start. Now, chat, I have a story for you. The development of the original Metroid is an interesting story because apparently this game was an absolute hot mess while it was being developed. And it wasn't until like the last couple months of development that they were able to make it into a workable game. That being said, it's a little bit jank, but hey, it's playable, and Lord knows I've been playing a lot of it. But because it's on the NES, and the NES has restricted memory, we shall say, Metroid 1 suffers a lot from copy-paste level design. As we play the game, and I am going to point it out, there is going to be a lot of copy-paste level design, and it's literally just the file saying, refer to this level design tile set for this bit of level geometry. They quite literally Control-C and Control-V'd it, because Metroid 1 is surprisingly big for an NES game, believe it or not. But that being said, because it is a lot of copy-paste level design, I had to do a lot of test playthroughs. Over the past 2 weeks, rather 1.5 weeks, I have played and completed this game a total of 8 times. Each time I was using a map, and I was referring to the map compulsively, but now I'm to the point where I can comfortably play this game without looking at the map, and especially the beginning of the game, it's just, I don't even have to think, and I can just do it. Hello, motherfucker. How goes the Metroidening? The Metroidening goes very well. I've literally just started, so you've missed nothing, Pat. That being said, to all my IRL friends who are a part of the Discord, the private Discord, you can feel free to join voice at any time if you want. We can talk Metroid, we can talk not Metroid, I don't care. It's not required, though. You don't have to show up. But again, I have played this game a total of 8 times this week. The worst day that I had, in terms of hyperfixating on this game, was... I don't need to go here. Not yet. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. On one day, I did one complete playthrough of Metroid 1, and then when you beat Metroid 1 fast enough, you get to play a New Game Plus where you play as Zero Suit Samus, and you have a lot of your power-ups. And I realized I have never actually done the New Game Plus, so to say, for Metroid 1. So then, immediately after doing my first playthrough, I did a second playthrough. And that's when I putzed around with my Retron 5 to figure out which version of Metroid I wanted to play, and how I wanted to stream it to y'all. And then I pulled out the Super Game Boy and decided to play a little bit of Metroid 2, dropped that after a while, then I played a little bit of... oh my god. A little bit of Super Metroid, and then... I started just putzing around with the Retron 5 some more, and then I started doing a third playthrough of Metroid that very same day. I don't know why, but I hyperfixated on Metroid for whatever reason. And again, I do blame Metroid Dread, but at the same time, I think it's just the simplicity of Metroid 1 that is really attractive to me. Oh boy. I always hate this part because... am I actually gonna die? Am I going to die? I actually died. Wow. Huh. I have a theory as to what is going on with me, because I have noticed every single subsequent playthrough of Metroid that I have done, for whatever reason, I've gotten worse at it. And I don't know why. That is literally that is genuinely the first time that I have died to this in about a week. So that's fascinating. That being said, I just extended the playtime by a good 5 minutes, so la-di-da, there we go. That initial part, the beginning of the game is the hardest part, and that initial part where you have to get the first missile tanks, that's the easiest part of the game to just get juggled around and die to. So hopefully y'all will forgive me for that. Later on, there is a energy tank up there that I'm going to be grabbing. And another thing with Metroid 1 is this was the first game in Metroid, obviously, and it cemented the Metroidvania formula. So there's a lot of hidden blocks that otherwise you would not know, you would not have an indication to shoot where these hidden blocks are. They're just hidden blocks, you know. It's a mainstay of Metroid, but they do telegraph it better in later games. But in this game, this is the most cryptic that the series gets. And again, this game does suffer a lot from copy-paste level design. So there's a lot of level geometry that's gonna look familiar. Like these platforms, for example. Literally, to create this vertical shaft, they just said, all right, level design, refer to this tile set for how you're supposed to look and where your hitboxes are supposed to be. That's video games for you. Oh, I just realized I have 5 missiles. Instead of going for that energy tank, I can go up here, and I can get the second power-up of the game. The first power-up was the Morph Ball, and I did not acknowledge it at all. The Morph Ball, obviously, being the most iconic Metroid thing ever, other than missiles. But yeah, this power-up is a one-and-done sort of thing. The only time that they ever brought back this power-up was for the Metroid Zero mission, the remake on Game Boy. And I have to deal with these guys. I can never remember the enemy names. There are only a couple that I can remember. I think these guys are called Gamers. I don't remember. But here we are, a one-and-done that never came back except for Zero mission, the long beam. Instead of having a piddly short-range beam, I can now shoot across the screen, which, to be honest, she should have been able to... Samus should have been able to do by default. But that's alright. Oh, good, and I already have 4 missiles. Another really annoying part of early game is your lack of missiles. Because those doors each require 5 missiles to break open. They will fix that in Zero mission, where those doors will only require 1 missile to open. But in the original game, you gotta pump them full of 5. I don't know why they decided to do that. But that's just how the original game is designed. But the annoying part is having just a low amount of missiles. Because you only have that 1 tank available to you until you go either to the area where the Various suit is, but I don't bother going there until I have the high jump boots in order to get the Various suit, or until you go down into Norfair. So at the beginning of the game, you may find yourself, if you're not killing enough enemies, or if you're just getting unlucky with enemy drops, enemy drops, you may find yourself in a little bit of a missile drought. And then you have to go and grind for missiles. I can never remember the name of these guys, too. I think in Metroid Prime they were called Shriek Bats, but I know for a fact they were not called Shriek Bats in this game. I do not remember what they were called. In fact, I'm not even sure if I know that these little spiked guys are called Gamers. They do have a lot of interesting names, the enemies do. A lot of names that just sort of make you go, huh, when you look at them. Like, for example, in Norfair, we're going to encounter a seahorse-looking thing. It's called a dragon. And yet Ridley was not called Dragon. Ridley was called Ridley. Of course, that name being a direct reference to Ridley Scott. And hey, look at that, first energy tank. Another thing that is interesting about the first Metroid game is that there are no save points, there are no energy recharge stations or missile recharge stations or anything like that. To get your missiles back, you gotta kill enemies, and in order to get your energy back, you gotta get energy pickups from enemies or pick up an energy tank, because energy tanks are full restores in this game. And that's quite wonderful in later parts of the game, when you have to deal with bosses like Ridley and Kraid. And I only have 4 missiles, so hopefully an enemy in here drops missiles for me, or else we're gonna have to go missile grinding. Come on. Oh, come on. Nope, you dropped energy. Aha, missiles, cool. We don't have to go missile grinding. Because again, those red doors do take 5 missiles. So I gotta know, chat, if anyone is in the chat, how does the audio sound? Is the NES music too loud? Is it too quiet? Come on, gamers. Get out of my way. You too, little guy. Alright, another mainstay of Metroid. Ah, bombs. Morph Ball bombs, I love this. So, Morph Ball bombs are fantastic. For one, Morph Ball can go into tight gaps, but two, you can place down bombs, so you can defend yourself while you're in the Morph Ball. Music's perfect, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much. Oh, hey! It's you! Hello. Hello, Miss IRL friend. How are you today? Come on, gamer. I don't have all day. I have a giant brain in a jar waiting for me. It me. I'm good and tired. Well, I am happy that you decided to show up today. I am playing Metroid, and I can reliably remember how to play this game now, which is good. It took me, again, I said this earlier in the stream, but it took me 8 playthroughs of this game before the level design got drilled into my head. Because, again, copy-paste level design. In fact, right here is an example that I can point out. This room is pretty much exactly the same as the other room that we're going to be going into. The only difference is that little station there, where I got the energy tank, and you can tell because the rocks are orange right here, but these rocks are blue. They literally just said, level, refer to this tile set, bada boom, there you go. Oh, NES limitations. I do love you. Alright, the first of cryptic bullshit in this game. I said the first of cryptic bullshit in this game, there we go. That tile is breakable. And we do have to come down here because we're going to get a beam power-up. But first, let's hope that these guys drop missiles. Okay, cool. There's another gamer up here. Give me missile. Give me missile. Come on. Give. Of course you wouldn't. Nope. Okay. But we're gonna get a beam power. Bed is comfy and so is the stream. Yeah. Well, thank you. Missiles! Yes! I don't have to go missile hunting. Oh my god, that guy is spazzing out. Come on. Come on. Oh boy. They really just said to his coding, vibrate aggressively, and that is your action. Alright, new beam power-up. The Ice Beam. Argued to be one of the best beam power-ups in the game, which I do get. You do need the Ice Beam in order to take down Metroids at the end of the game. But it is not my favorite beam of this game. That beam we will be encountering later down in Norfair. Come on. Come on. Okay, never mind, that's fine. I can deal with that. But yeah, the Ice Beam is very useful. For one, it freezes enemies, and you can use them as platforms. So that's nice, but the only downside with the Ice Beam is that even though it is a beam upgrade, it takes double hits in order to kill enemies. Now, I did not have the high jump boots for that, but if you time those tiles reappearing properly, which it takes 8 seconds, I have counted that, you can clip inside of the block and get out of there, no fuss, no muss. But with that said, we have everything that we need for down in this area. I'm just going to quick head back to the very beginning of the game for one specific thing, and then we're going to already be in Norfair. How many minutes has it been? 21 minutes? I'm doing atrociously. If this was a speed run, I would have been kicked out of the community. But I don't care. Wait a minute, hold on. Casey, is that an animated emote? I didn't know we were allowed to have animated emotes on Twitch. That's cool. Another little bit of archaic design in this game is that Samus can only shoot sideways and up. She cannot shoot down. Like, shooting down is not a thing that she can do. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. Oh, hello, little gamer. I didn't know you... I didn't know you were gonna be my best friend in this game. Come here, you. Boop. Hopefully you're not too high up. Oh, you're too high up. No! I didn't time it right. Curse you. Fine. We'll do this the long way. You're no longer my friend. So yeah, what I was trying to do there, I was trying to be clever, and I was trying to get an energy tank a little bit earlier than intended. It's not cheating per se, but it's getting it a little earlier. Because what you can do is, because I have the ice beam, you can use enemies as a little platform, and it is intended for you to use the ice beam to get up there, but I don't know, it feels kind of cheatsy. Boop. Normally, normally people don't get that energy tank until the end of the game, or at least until they have the high jump boots, when you're sort of semi-incentivized or intended to get that, but with the ice beam, you can just get it early. Oh, come on. Come on, Samus. One thing I do have to say about the first game in particular, the so-called Zero Mission, is even though Zero Mission on Game Boy Advance vastly improved everything about this game, the one thing that really bothers me is the movement. And also the fact that Samus's sprite is really, really big in the Game Boy Advance version. It looks beautiful, and the level design is fantastic. It's no longer copy-paste level design, and there's unique set pieces that aren't just like Control-C, Control-V everywhere. The physics, I'm so used to playing Metroid 1 on NES that I feel way more effective with the floaty physics of the original game than I am with Zero Mission on Game Boy, because Samus is quite heavy in that game, and there are jumps that I can do in this game that I feel like I just cannot do in Zero Mission. And that's a little bit of a shame, but at the same time, Zero Mission is such a vast improvement over this game that, you know, it's still worthwhile. Definitely worthwhile to play Zero Mission. Come on, Nintendo. Start putting Game Boy games onto Switch. Please, just bring back the Virtual Console. You don't have to call it the Virtual Console, just bring it back. I know you don't like recycling old ideas and whatnot, but can you just do it this once? Because, God, not being able to play certain legacy content is really sad and really annoying. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, though, but that is enough for Brinstar for now. Let's head down the elevator and let's go to Norfair. Now, Norfair, if you're not prepared, is neither fun nor fair, haha. Because this is where shit starts to get really difficult. Normally, people, when they come down here, they decide, I'm going to grab the Variasuit early, and grabbing the Variasuit early is definitely cheatsy. Come on. Come on, little guy. Why did I unfreeze him? There we go. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to do a little bit of a poke our head and say, hello, Norfair, how's it going? I haven't seen you since I was a little kid living here on Zebeth. Because I know immediately where the high jump boots are. And when you get the high jump boots, you can get the various suit. And when you get the various suit, you are less likely to perish. And we like not perishing here at RetroTechComms. So, I bet you're wondering, Jacob, where on earth are the high jump boots? And I'll tell you what, you may think it's in this door. Wrong! It is here. Haha! How anyone back in the 80s were supposed to figure that out, I don't know. Unless they had Nintendo Power. He says as he nearly perishes. What do you mean? I have 2 energy tanks. You'll know when I'm near death when you start hearing the annoying beep, 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 beep of death. Oh. Oh boy. We have a little bit of a problem here. Oh boy, we have a big problem here. Oh boy, we have a huge problem here. So yeah, these guys, these are the dragons, the aforementioned dragons, and I just oh no! No, I will not get juggled to death. I just realized I do not have enough missiles. Fancy skips when? We will not be doing any fancy skips, because I am not skilled enough to reliably do them. What I do need to do is I need to go missile hunting. Because I did not have enough missiles, because I thought I could ignore some enemies. And again, this is the most annoying part of the first game, is just having to constantly go missile grinding at the beginning of the game. When you start getting more energy tanks, you don't need to do it anymore. But early game, and especially the way that I play it, yeah, missile grinding is unfortunately required. And that's just the way that it is. Oh boy, why did I think that that energy would be worth it? It's not. It was not worth it. Okay. Yep. Of course you give me energy. I want missiles. Give me missiles. Unfortunately, it wouldn't be until Metroid Other M that Samus would not be able to just will missiles back into her inventory. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I don't have the high jump boots. 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hi and good luck. Thank you. Where I'm going, I don't need luck. I just need missiles. Ah, those are missiles. Yes, sweet, delicious missiles. Ah. Oh, hey, look, more copy-paste level design. Missiles! Good, good. Now we can progress with the game. Ow, my shins. There are a lot of missile packs upstairs indeed, but I am not very good at this game. So I am going to get the high jump boots, and then I'm going to go backtrack and get the various suit, because I am a wimpy baby and I do not like to be in Norfair without my various suit. Don't shoot me, it shot me. High jump boots! Now it's time to go get some protection. And thankfully, while I'm getting the various suit, I am going to be able to get a little bit of a pick-me-up. Oh boy. We're good. We're good. We're good. But yeah, I do have quite a bit of history with Metroid. 5, 6, 7... Oh, I miscounted, but it was still to my advantage anyway. I do have some history with Metroid. A GameStop employee recommended Metroid Prime way back in the day, so that was good. But in terms of Metroid 1, the most experience that I've had with it was literally this past week, because again, I did those 8 playthroughs compulsively over the course of a week and a half, because I know that I've wanted to do Metroid 1 for quite some time. I just didn't have the skills and the memorization in order to do it. But yes, there are indeed missile tanks up there, and I do know about them. I am going to get every single missile tank in the game. It's just a matter of right now, I want my Varia suit. You might want to take another missile pack upstairs so you don't have to farm the Varia door. Yeah, that's true. I will just have to, I'll have to kill some enemies and hope that they drop missiles. That's another thing, my experience with this game has been about 8 playthroughs, or 9 playthroughs technically, because I did play and beat the game like last year on my own. Missiles. But yeah, I know my path is not optimized at all. This is not the optimal way to play Metroid 1, I am aware. But it's the way that I play it, and it gets me the second best ending, so I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't need to see Samus in a bikini. I'll deal with the Zero suit. I'm fine with that. Oh, my health is looking a little low, though. Might want to be a little careful, especially around that guy. Because of course that would happen. Oh boy. That guy, those guys, the guys that swoop around, are always very annoying for me early game. I don't know why, but something about wavy patterns and U-shaped patterns in NES games, just, I cannot reliably predict them. I don't know, it's something about my lizard brain that I'm just like, wavy pattern, I genuinely don't know how to react to this, please help. And U-shaped patterns, like parabolas, oh boy. The second I see a parabola in an NES game, I get scared. And that was just stupidity on my part. Well, that being said, I have noticed with myself a weird phenomena. With the more playthroughs of this game that I do, the worse I get. And I don't know why. Okay, I would really appreciate some health right about now, game. Missiles? I'll take them. I mean, I'm full on missiles, but I'm good. Aha, health. Samus gets to live another day. Oh, yeah. I appreciate you trying to help, absolutely. Yeah, no, that did not register as complaining to me at all. I'm just acknowledging that the way that I play this game is not optimal at all. It's just the way that I play it. I'm just happy that I got to a point that I can play this game now without having to look at a map. That feels good to me. Because those first few playthroughs, I was compulsively looking at the map that had all the items listed. And it had all the level design drawn out for me. And now I don't need it anymore, because I know where everything is, thank goodness. Haha! I got lucky with whatever the hell that thing is called. I can never remember the name of enemies. The only ones that I can reliably remember are Rinkas. And Metroids, obviously. And Mother Brain and the major bosses. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Haha! Come on. Come on. Something about U-shaped patterns that just drives my monkey brain nuts. I don't know why. Missiles. I don't need them, but thank you. No. Ah! I'm good. I'm good, please. Please. Okay, thank you. Haha. Samus gets to live another day. I still forget where the wave beam is. The wave beam is really hard. It was really hard to remember. It's very easy to miss. It is it's very easy to miss. A lot of the stuff in this game is very easy to miss. I had a weird sort of issue happening with like my 6th and 7th playthrough of this game that for whatever reason, I know that the missile count, the maximum missile count is supposed to be 255. And there are 21 missile tanks, and that equals 105, and Ridley and Kraid upon death each grant 75 missiles. For whatever reason, I was ending up with a maximum count on 2 separate playthroughs consecutively, 235. And I had no idea why on earth I was getting 235, because I was sure I was getting every single missile tank. Turns out, the missile tanks that I normally ignore at the beginning of when I first encountered Norfair, I was just forgetting to go back and get them. So I had this weird coincidence where on 2 separate playthroughs I had 235 missiles. It was really bizarre. That being said, I am no longer in danger, because coming up here, I believe there is an energy tank, or I may be misremembering. Whoa. That was interesting. Oh, gotta love that NES jank. That was very interesting. That enemy, the swooping enemy, was a gamer for whatever reason. Okay, chat, we're no longer in danger. I'm good now. And now that I have that, I can just tank these hits because I don't care. And we can go back to Norfair. It's more scary when a Rinka becomes a Metroid. Now, I have never had that happen before. Thank God that has never happened, because that would be horrifying. I don't need to go in here. That's where I got the bombs. No, for whatever reason, especially on my cartridge, sprite swapping never really was an issue. So thankfully, I've never had a Rinka become a Metroid, because that sounds horrifying. No, that was the first time that I've seen that happen on all of my playthroughs, so that was interesting. Maybe that's just a quirk of the NES online thing, because I am playing this on the Switch Online service. I hummed and hawed which version I wanted to do, and I did want to do it on original hardware, so it would be like quote-unquote the most legit. But, the video quality would not be very good, and I kind of want good video quality. So then I just decided to go with NES Online. And also because there's one missile tank. You know the one in Ridley's Lair where you have to do the perfect jump. I cannot reliably do that. Funny enough, on a couple of my test playthroughs, I was able to get the jump perfect first try, but the past couple times, nah, I have not been able to get that. That's like that's the hardest part of the game, is just getting that one missile tank, and also the vertical climb back out of Kraid's lair. Ugh. I'm back, Fokker. Hello, Frost. How's it going? Do you how do? No, get your U-shaped patterns away from me. Whoop. Of course I wouldn't get that jump. Come on. I've also just gotten extremely used to how the physics work. I remember on my first couple playthroughs of this, And this was actually years ago, where I didn't actually do playthroughs. I just typed in codes to go to Torian and then claimed that I played through the entire game. I remember that vertical climb being extremely annoying. Well, not extremely annoying. I remember that vertical climb being extremely hard, rather, because just of the tiny platforms out of Torian during the self-destruct sequence. But no, now that I have a sufficient amount of experience with this game under my sleeve, I'm used to the physics, and I much prefer them, honestly. I don't know, I really like how floaty Samus is in this game. It feels good. Of course, I do have to say, nothing will ever feel as good as the physics in Metroid Dread, because those physics are incredible. I watched a very interesting video last night about the animation of Metroid Dread, and just talking about the bespoke animations, and like improvised animations. Or not improvised, but like contextually generated, I guess it would be called. I don't know, I'm not a game designer. But just how beautifully and richly Metroid Dread is animated with all of Samus's actions and enemy actions. It was a very good video. And especially like the transition to running animation in Metroid Dread. It's really beautiful. Meanwhile, in the first game, Samus kind of looks like she's doing a chicken run. Which, don't get me wrong, I love this running animation, but it's silly. And that's why I like it so much, it's silly. Ah! Yay, missile tank! And that's it, we no longer have to ever go back to this part of Norfair. Oh, another thing that I will not be covering in this particular playthrough of Metroid. I will not be covering one specific part of Kraid's Lair. And the reason for that is because there's genuinely no reason to go to that part of Kraid's Lair ever. So I'm just not going to bother with it. Might want to learn unmorph jumps. Yeah, I am familiar with unmorph jumps, and I have been able to pull it off a couple times, but I cannot reliably do it. I know the way that everyone gets that one particular missile tank in Ridley's Lair is to do an unmorph jump. But I can't reliably do it. I know the principle about how it works. When you go out of Morph Ball, you have a particular amount of time where you're able to do a jump input. But I can't reliably do it. Yeah, I see. I can't reliably do it. Ah, there it is. I was able to do it that one time, but as you can see, I can't reliably do it. It's, the timing is difficult on it. Or at least I find it difficult. I imagine when I have a few dozen more playthroughs of this game under my sleeve, I will be able to reliably pull that off, but nah, I can't do it reliably. Come on, little guy. Why did I unfreeze him? Oh, we're good. I think that's overkill. I'd rather see remakes of all the Game Boy Advanced games. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, I am one that I do like remakes of things when they're done right, because there are some remakes that are not so good in my opinion, and it's purely my opinion. You can do it so long as you don't press left or right on unmorph. Ah, you see, that's the... I didn't know that. Okay, that makes sense. So I don't... Oh! Oh! Oh, that's what was wrong. I get it now. Okay. It just clicked. It just clicked. It's not about timing. Okay. Duly noted. Thank you very much. I'm still gonna use the rewind function anyway. But that's good to know. That is definitely good to know. Aha! Yeah, okay. It makes sense. It all makes sense now. It all makes sense now. Yep, okay. Yep. Okay. Okay. I have learned a thing live on stream. Thank you very much. Netsrossi? Netsroti. I'm sorry. But anyway, thank you very much. I'm so used to things being timing based that I thought it was entirely timing based. Now, on part 3 of things that you would not know about unless you had Nintendo Power, you can bomb that area. And again, this is just copy-paste level design, where the game just says, hey, refer to this tile set for your level design, because that part of the shaft is the same part as all the way down at the bottom. I'm sure you're also noticing that a lot of these are roughly the same. But yeah. That was definitely one of the hardest parts about learning this game reliably, was just trying to remember how things worked. Now, there is a path back here that you can take that route, and it will lead you to another ice beam if you need it, but I do not particularly need it, so I won't bother with it. And I was about to say something. Oh, that's right. The hardest part of learning this game was definitely just trying to remember, like, where all the copy-paste stuff is, because there are certain reused tiles that are just directly the full reused tiles. And you can tell because there will be certain blocks that are breakable that they don't lead anywhere. But they did lead somewhere else in wherever other part of the game they were intended to be used. Now this I like to call the annoying knock Samus around room, because it's just a long, narrow corridor with all of those enemies, and of course it has the U-swooping enemies that just make my brain go burr. But I don't like going for this missile tank in particular before I have the Varia suit, because that room, if you don't approach it correctly, can deal just a lot of damage. And no sir, I don't like it. It's random patterns like this also mess with me. That's why the Rinkas give me so much hard time over in Torian. Because I know that they make a beeline towards Samus, but they spawn in... They can spawn in many different spots, and it just feels random to me. Even though I know it's not random, it just feels random. Okay, you can trap yourself down there, it's fine. Now, here we are. Some copy-paste level design for you. That doesn't lead anywhere. But up in that other room where it does lead somewhere, it leads somewhere. So there you go. This is a bit of level geometry that has been reused. And that's most easily the telltale sign. When there's an invisible block that you can break that should lead somewhere, but actually doesn't lead anywhere. Can I destroy the block? Please. Please, can I destroy the block? Thank you. There we go. I don't know why, but I have found those tiles to be really interesting. The purple bubble blocks. I don't know. You get a much better look at what they're supposed to look like in Metroid Zero Mission. And I kind of like that they're just like these weird sort of hard bubbles that you can walk on. I don't know. I just find it kind of cool. Yeah, and I don't bother with that room in particular, so I just tank all the hits. I have the Varia suit now anyway, so I can afford to do that. And plus I know where the next missile tank, the next energy tank is, so it's fine. If you hold fire and mash a direction that isn't, you bomb faster than normal. Hold on, let me... If you hold fire and mash a direction that isn't up, you bomb faster than normal. Oh! Didn't know that. Okay. That is duly noted. I'll remember that for the future. Now, we're back in the room where I got the high jump boots. And the reason why is because there are some breakable blocks. And more reused level design. No, but the next power-up that I'm just about to pick up is one of the most iconic Metroid power-ups ever. And once I collect it, this game will be no challenge. Challenge will fly right out the window. Hey, here's some unique level design. Those small bubbles, they're not used as platforms ever again. I don't know, I just find that interesting. But yeah, back with that other room. I tend to not bother with trying to take down the enemies because it has those pipes with infinite respawning enemies. Those are really good for regaining health, but, you know, there's infinite respawning enemies. It's really hard to deal with, so either way you're gonna get hit. So I decide, why bother? I'm just gonna tank all the hits. Oh. Ow. Alright, time for the most iconic power-up in all of Metroid history, the screw attack. There we go. The game is no longer a challenge. Now that I have the screw attack, I could play this like I could play this game like Sonic the Hedgehog. All challenge is thrown out the window whenever you get the screw attack because it's an instant kill for a lot of things, which is really great. Even those guys, the speedy croissants, I don't know what they're called. Sometimes they're not supposed to take any damage, but sometimes the coding doesn't calculate things right, and you are able to kill it. And it always feels weird whenever that happens. Yay, no challenge. Ah, the gumdrop platforms. I have no idea what these are supposed to be. I think they're supposed to be rocks protruding out of the wall. I don't remember what they are in Metroid Zero Mission, but they look like gumdrops to me. I just find that funny. Samus takes over Candyland. Oh no, if Candyland's a planet and Samus has visited it, then Candyland is in danger. I just realized. Because every single time this woman goes to a planet, it inevitably gets blown up. Samus grew up on Zebes, or sorry, in this game, Zebeth, for whatever reason in this translation. It was doomed to explode. That means since she visited Earth because she was a part of the Galactic Federation, that means Earth is doomed one day. She's visited Earth. Earth doesn't stand a chance. Hey, more fake out. NES fake out is always grand. Yeah, that lava is fake. And when you come down here, there is, if I remember correctly, an energy tank. I want that. Even though I'm just about to collect an energy tank, I still want it. Another little trifling thing about this game is if you fall into the lava and you try and jump out, like let's say you're getting dogpiled by an enemy and you fall in the lava, Samus is put into a state where she constantly ticks and takes damage. While you're in that damage tick and you have your invincibility frames cancel, like specifically from lava, they cancel out your screw attack. Like for whatever reason, the screw attack doesn't register as a hitbox. And it's always a really weird sensation that I screw attack an enemy and it doesn't work. We are done with that bit of level design though, and we need to backtrack all the way over to where we get the screw attack. Or at least the general area where we get the screw attack. Actually, wait. You see, it's Norfair where I start to misremember certain things. Is there level design this way? I don't think there is. No, there isn't. Okay, I am remembering properly then. Because I remember I have to deal with the gumdrops twice. I would again like to point out that I am not necessarily an expert at this game. I have done like 9 playthroughs in total, in my entire life. Oh god, I love the screw attack so much. It always feels really satisfying in old games, the old Metroid games, where when you're screw attacking, Samus spins really fast. I don't know, the really fast spin makes it feel really satisfying. The spin attack in Metroid Dread was really satisfying too, because just all like the electrical effects that were going off of Samus as she was spinning, it was really cool. The best screw attack has to be, the best feeling screw attack has to be from Super Metroid, though. Because I love how quickly you spin. It's just, it's kind of like a visual spectacle, just how fast you go. Alright, more NES stuff. We have fake lava, again. I don't know what it was about NES level design and their fascination with fake danger blocks. I don't know what exactly the fascination was. It's just a surprisingly common thing that there will be blocks that look like they're dangerous, or they'll look like they're just part of the wall, but they won't actually exist and you could just walk right through. I don't know what the fascination was, like specifically in the NES. Alright, now here is where a lot of people tend to miss a couple missile tanks. Because there was level design right down there. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. But yeah, there were some invisible there were some breakable blocks there that you wouldn't otherwise know about unless you previously known about them or someone pointed it out to you, or if you had a specific magazine. Wink, wink. But these two missile tanks, very easy to miss. Very easy to miss. And that's it. We can just go back now. And look at us. We're already up to like 60, I believe, our maximum missile count is. Yeah, see, there was that example that I gave. Because I was still taking tick damage from the lava. Yeah, that's lava because we're in Norfair. Ah, that was unfortunate. My screw attack did not register as a hitbox. Dang it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What? Oh, see? See? Oh, that's always such a weird sensation. That it took damage and I didn't expect it to take damage. And man, NES games, they can surprise you. They can certainly surprise you. 4, 5, 6. Oh, never mind, I miscounted. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, if you're having trouble with those blocks in specific, you can count to 8, and they'll reappear after you hit 8. Alright, hardest part of the game. I like to call these the vertical olives of doom. Because if you fall in any of the olive pits that have lava in them, that's game over. You might as well just give up. Because even with your high jump boots, you're not going to be able to get out of it. Alright, but right down here where that dragon is, this is where the wave beam is. And I always remember it because it's that one specific type. Ugh. I'm in the ragu. It's that one specific level design that has a dragon in it. And that's how I remember that's where I get the wave beam. But that being said, favorite beam in the game, wave beam. It's unfortunate that the wave beam and the ice beam don't stack in this game. Because I would really like to be able to keep the wave beam because it's such a good beam. But alas. Come on. Another interesting thing about the NES, as we have demonstrated plenty of times, is that some enemies' coding can just be wrong. I have had several playthroughs where these dragons are an absolute breeze because they're not firing their fire. And I guess my roll of the dice dictated that the dragons were going to breathe fire this time. It's fine, though. It'd be kind of a shame if they didn't breathe fire because, you know, they're intended to breathe fire. And it feels kind of cheatsy when they don't. Because then you just have an absolute breeze of a time with the game if they don't. Alright, another little bout of NES limitation. These blocks, you can only break a certain amount of them before the NES caps out how many you can break. I don't know why they're like that. And I'm saying a lot, I'm noticing. I don't know why the NES has limitations like that. But you can only break a certain amount of those blocks before it's capped out and you can't break anymore. Oh, NES. You are a little bit jank, but you're a classic and we love you. Now, do be careful about this purple ball. Because that purple ball can spell doom. Because again, if you fall down any of those olive pits of doom, that's it. You might as well give up, because it is game over. And I'm talking about the olive pillars that have the lava attached to it. Lava gimps your jump, and if you fall down and you don't have an enemy that could potentially knock you back out, like that little guy there, then that's it. You might as well just give up. I'm not a fan of level design like that. When games have those sort of like pits where if you fall down it, that's it. You might as well just give up. I'm not a fan of that. Wasn't a fan of it in Sonic 2, and I'm not a fan of it here. Especially not here, because if you die and you don't have another energy tank to refill your health, that's it. You're probably not going to get the Zero Suit ending, because you have to go find an enemy, like an infinite enemy spawning area, and you have to grind your health back. There are no health recharge stations. There are no missile recharge stations. And it's needlessly annoying. So, as unhelpful as it is, the best advice I can give in Metroid is, if you're like mid to late game, don't die. Unless you're at Torian, in which case, if you die, it's fine, because Metroids give 30 missiles and 30 health. In which case, it's perfectly fine there. Okay, hardest part of the game done. I no longer have to worry. Oh, I am misremembering level design. I still have one more Olive room to contend with. God, I love the screw attack so much. The screw attack is so good. I'm so happy that they made the screw attack an item in Smash Brothers. Because it's such a good attack. So the fact that you can have a screw attack badge and equip it to your character as you're fighting, that's nice. Of course, a lot of people that I know don't like to play Smash Brothers with items, and I understand it. There are some items that are kind of fun, though, like the screw attack. Or at least I find some items fun. Not all items are made equal. I will say that for sure. Not all items are made equal. I remember when I played Melee a lot back in my youth. I really liked Pokeballs. The Pokeballs I always thought were fun. But now in Smash Bros. Ultimate, you have the Mega Balls, and those can be exceedingly annoying. Because a legendary Pokemon, you know, they have big flashing moves that hurt everything. It really becomes one-sided really quickly. Especially if you have a high spawn rate, or God forbid 2 Mega Balls spawn in. Ugh. Then you're gonna have a really fun time. Alright, thankfully, ladies and gentlemen, we are almost done with Norfair. We are ready to take on one of the big bads of the game. And in order to get to that big bad, into his lair, we gotta go all the way around Norfair. Now, thankfully, because because Metroid 1 is not that long of a game, it doesn't take too long, but it's the principle of the thing that you gotta circle all the way around the level design to get to your destination. Just jump across this room. And now for the long fall. Ooh, speaking of the long fall, when does Endwalker, when does Endwalker come out? Hey Frost, if you're still in the chat, when does Endwalker come out for Final Fantasy XIV? Was that today or was that tomorrow? Or I don't even know if it was today or tomorrow. I need to renew my 14 subscription anyway. I had to cancel it for financial reasons. And I need to reactivate it. Alright. We are now ready to head down to Ridley's Lair. Now, Ridley's Lair is a very short part of the game. We're not going to be here for too terribly long. Oh. What? Oh, that's right. Did it early. See, that's just another example of copy-paste level design, because that room is the exact same as this room. Except this room actually leads somewhere. Ridley's Lair is very short, though. We're not going to be here for any more than, like, maybe, say, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Which I have to say thank goodness for, because Ridley's Lair is not my favorite track of the game, needless to say. There are other tracks that I just find to be way better than this. And that's specifically for the NES version of the game. I'm not a fan of the music in Ridley's Lair in the NES version because I find it drones on a little bit. But later renditions, especially in Zero Mission, very big glow up. It's just the instrumentation. This kind of composition does not... This particular composition does not work in NES for me, personally. But thankfully, we're not here for too terribly long. Alright, though. But are we ready for more NES level design? Never mind. Well, actually, no. That's not true. Here we are. More NES level design. This block right here is breakable. And it is the only way to get to a certain door. So we can just skip all this. I don't know why they decided to make it like this. I guess it's because Ridley is such a trickster that he wanted to mess with Samus. Because it's not very easy to line up that ball in order to get up into that one particular spot of the level design. Alright, here we are. NES level design. Jump! And that's how you get that energy tank, and the reason why I had you jump is because there's an invisible pit. And you fall all the way down. Come on. Yes, here we go. God, I love the screw attack so much. Oh god, I love this screw attack so much. Oh hey, look at our missile count. Nice. Okay, now for the dreaded jump. I'm gonna try and do the jump normally just to show how you're intended to get it. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to jump and somehow make that jump. It's like, it's a pixel perfect jump. And it's really hard to do it. There it was. There it was. That's how you're supposed to do it. But now I'm gonna try that way. Yep, okay, that's a much more reliable way to get that. Alright, that is the only time that I am going to use the rewind function. Because if you miss that jump, in order to have another attempt at getting that missile tank, you have to circle all the way around Ridley's Lair in order to get back up to that area. It's really annoying, and it takes like a good 5 minutes for you to get all the way back. And during those 5 minutes, you're taking pot shots from all the different enemies, and it's not ideal. I don't like pixel perfect jumps like that. Hardest part of the game completed. Oh my god. Please. It's something about U-shaped patterns that just, it messes with my brain so much. I don't know. When I see a parabola, I get frightened. It's probably because I was most certainly not a math student. Alright, the first big bad of the game in all of his weird, wonky NES sprite glory. Hello, Ridley. Did you know that you're too big for Smash and then you got added into Smash later on? That was cool. But yeah, when you have the wave beam, Ridley is kind of a non-issue, needless to say. Another strategy that you could do when you have the wave beam is you could just tank a bunch of damage. You could go down into the lava, and you could just deal with Ridley that way, or you could just get real close and personal and just give him what for. This is the... this is not the most disrespectful way to take him out. The most disrespectful way would be if you were below the platform using the wave beam, but it still feels very disrespectful. Well, there we go. That was Ridley. I hope you enjoyed him. Ow. Thanks. Parabolas, please. Oh, by the way, lava that's not real. The NES had a really big fascination with faking the player out with tiles that look like they're supposed to be dangerous, but they're not. Again, I don't know what the fascination was. Look at me pulling off the morph jump like a pro. I love this game. I didn't really like this game all that much before I did all of my test playthroughs, but now that I've really taken the time to learn how this game ticks and its level design and just memorize it, I have a newfound appreciation for the first Metroid game. I really like this game, genuinely. The only time that I would categorize this game as not very good is if it's like your first couple times and you don't really know what's doing. You don't really know what you're doing and you're dying and there's no like energy recharge stations or anything like that. That's the only time that I have gripes with the NES version. But, you know, when you know what you're doing and you can circumvent the shortcomings of the game, it's not a bad game at all, and I do quite like this game a lot. It's weirdly enough become one of my favorites of the entire series, which is really weird to say, because normally everyone says my favorite is Metroid Prime, or my favorite is Super Metroid. No one really says Metroid 1 on NES. That being said, this is still not my favorite Metroid game. My favorite Metroid game is, it's a toss-up between Super Metroid and Metroid Prime. But I do have a newfound appreciation for this game. Now, this part of the level, I guess I can show it off. It doesn't take too long. This room only serves one purpose. It's just a long corridor that you can walk down, and its only purpose is to tease you. Because it shows where that one missile tank is. The one with the really annoying jump, the pixel perfect one. The only purpose of this room, this level design, is to show that missile tank and just tease you. Which I do find kind of hilarious in a cosmic kind of sense. But it's also just kind of mean because I don't like that jump. That being said, we're done with Ridley's Lair. That's it. One thing that I do find extremely fascinating about this game, above all other Metroid games that feature Kraid, is that the easiest route to do is to do Kraid last. I don't know why that is, but in the first game, you're incentivized to go after Ridley first. I don't know. It's just, I find that interesting. Because Kraid is in my opinion, way harder than Ridley is. Why are these blocks gray? Why are these blocks gray? Oh, that's some weird NES stuff. I don't know. I don't know why certain things glitch out with the NES, and I don't know why color swapping is kind of a thing that happens, but it's a thing that happens. I do find it really cool that the NES can just take assets and swap the color out. That is kind of interesting. It's a good, like, space saver, because you can only have so many sprites, and when you have big complex sprites like Samus and Ridley and Kraid, you have to comprise that one big sprite out of a bunch of smaller sprites in order to create the compound sprite. So when you have limited space like that for level design, I do find it interesting that the way that they got around it was to color swap things. And that's why color swapping enemies in RPGs became such a mainstay. Because that's what they had to do, limitations. I do quite like this game. I don't know, it's something about like the past week and a half, just like diving head first into the first game. I've already said that I've gotten a newfound appreciation for this game, but it's just I guess you could say I've become a little more what's the word? Intimate with the genre? Not intimate, that's weird. I've gotten a little more personal, I guess you could say, with the genre. Because, you know, Metroidvania, Metroid is half of the title, half of the genre's namesake. It's fascinating looking at the history. Like, this is where that entire popular genre started. If we didn't get Metroid, we wouldn't necessarily have like something like Ori and the Blind Forest in the same capacity as we have it, and like in like the way that we have it, you know? If we didn't have Metroid, would Castlevania have gone this non-linear level design kind of route? I don't know, it's a fascinating thought. Oop. I do have to wonder, though, now that I have played this on stream, I have to wonder what my next hyperfixation will be. Maybe I will go down the line and I'll play Metroid 2. Who knows? That might be interesting. Now that's a game that I think is way harder in terms of memorizing level design. Because of screen crunch, the Samus' sprite, it looks great for Game Boy, but it's so big that it would be hard to memorize certain things. And also, Metroid 2 is surprisingly big for a Game Boy game. So I don't know, it'll be fascinating. Or at least I think it'll be fascinating. I hope it'll be fascinating. I think that's what I'll do. I will learn the original rendition of Metroid 2 Return of Samus. It's gonna take some time, definitely. I think it will take way longer for me to memorize Metroid 2 than I did for Metroid. Because, well, Metroid 2, if this game was limited, then Metroid 2 was definitely way more limited. That being said, we are now in Kraid's Lair, and this is my favorite song in all of Metroid. I love Kraid's Lair so much. This is such a good song. I never get tired of hearing remixes of it. Of like all different genres. I love Kraid's Lair. I love Kraid's Lair so much that I learned how to play it on piano. That's like one of like the 10 songs that I know how to play on piano reliably. That being said, even though I love Kraid's Lair, I don't like a certain part of Kraid's Lair. That certain part being the long vertical shaft for getting out of like Kraid's battle arena. That part's annoying. And I also don't particularly like that there's like just a whole part of the level design that it's intended to just be a fake out sort of thing. There's no reason to go to it. There's nothing to collect. There's no purpose for the level design other than to just confuse you and lead you astray. So I never really visit it because there's genuinely no reason to. Oh boy. That's one thing that kind of messes me up, is if you get hit consecutively a lot, Samus can get locked up. Which just feels really awkward. I don't know why, it just does. Nah, I don't need the pick-me-up. I think I'll be fine without it. Over in that red door, there is an energy tank, and I think I'm going to deliberately ignore it for when I am properly leaving Kraid's Lair. Because there is an energy tank directly inside of Kraid's battle arena. And I think I'll just deal with that when I get to it. I'll collect that when I get to it. Anyway, more NES fake out! I don't know what their fascination was with faking out the player. But there it is. Now this guy is annoying. Because the screw attack does not necessarily work in this tunnel specifically. So I just get knocked around by him a lot, so I just blast him with a bunch of energy blasts. Now, even though there is one whole section of this level design that I am going to ignore, there is another bit of level design that I could ignore, but there is something fascinating that I would just like to highlight in that specific part of the level. And for that, we have to backtrack a little. I only learned Link to the Past on the piano. Now, there are certain songs that I can learn, and there are certain songs that I find really difficult. Kraid's Lair, for whatever reason, sticks in my head. Like, I can learn that perfectly fine, but there's a lot of Zelda songs that I just cannot wrap my head around playing properly. The ending song? Oh, that's a good song to learn. The credits music for Link to the Past is great. Hey, look, it's Kraid! Come here, you son of a bitch. That was Kraid? No. In fact, that was actually fake Kraid. It's a tradition that they've had that they unfortunately did not bring back from Metroid Dread, which is such a shame. I don't know why they didn't bring it back, but yeah, there's a fake Kraid that dies to one missile. I don't know why. I don't know why he's there. But I like that he's there. I like fake Kraid. Alright, but that's that. We're ready to take on Kraid himself. I can't remember the name of that. These enemies right here, these guys that are bouncing around, I like to call them Tektites because they remind me of the Tektites from The Legend of Zelda, but I don't know what they're called in this one. And I don't know what they're called in Metroid. They remind me a lot of Tektites, so I call them Tektites. Oh. These guys are really goofy in the Game Boy version in Zero Mission. I like their googly eyes. They're really funny to me. To be a creature just vibing in Kraid's lair, and then here comes this giant metal thing that just shoots and kills you. Oh, what a horrible life. That would be horrible. Oh, never mind. I don't like this thought anymore. Just being a creature vibing on a planet, and then all of a sudden your planet explodes for no reason. Come on. Can I get up? Please, let me up. There we go. Call them side hoppers? Yeah, I could call them side hoppers. I kind of wish that I had the dedication to just straight out learn what the enemy names are, but the only ones that I can reliably remember are stuff like Rinkas. Just because Rinkas have been drilled into my head for so long. That and Geemers and Shriekbats. For whatever reason, those stick in my head, but nothing else sticks in my head. Oh, and Dragon. The seahorse things. Dragon sticks in my head because that's really simple to remember. On the map that I referenced a lot, it does detail like all of the enemy names, and I do remember a lot of them just have like out there names. Oh, that could have been dangerous. That could have been dangerous because then I'd have to circle around and I'd have to go all the way back. Now, normally you could just ascend up that vertical shaft with the ice beam, but I don't have the ice beam. I have the wave beam. So, whoops. Thank you, Tektite. Very cool. Oh, thank you, Tektite. Very cool. I knew I was gonna get hit there. That's an unfortunate thing about Metroid 1. If you exit through the door, there's a good chance that you're just gonna get hit by the enemy anyway. It's a little annoying, but it is what it is. Haha! Now that should, in theory, be the last missile tank. No! I forgot one! Shoot! I forgot one in Ridley's lair. Ah, no, I've just remembered it. It's all the way at the very bottom of Ridley's lair. Oh, no! Dang it! Ah, I remembered that way too late. Dang it. Well, that's unfortunate. That's... this is not going to be a 100% playthrough anymore. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Because I'm not going to go back for it. Now, the way that I deal with Kraid is very chaotic and disorganized. Kraid throws out a lot of projectiles. Same as Ridley. Ridley throws out a lot of projectiles, but for whatever reason, Kraid is just way harder. In my opinion, Kraid is way harder anyway. So I just sort of, this is why I save him for the end of the game. I just sort of get personal and I just blast him with a bunch of bombs until he gives up. Oh, sorry, man. I feel kind of bad. This is no longer gonna be a 100% playthrough. In fact, my maximum missile count is 245. Huh. I wonder where the other missile tank that I forgot is. Oh well. Thankfully, it doesn't, the amount of items that you collect doesn't matter in terms of your completion quote-unquote score per se. So I'm not gonna lose too much sleep over missing those missile tanks because they don't affect like a score or anything like that. So, oh well, it is what it is. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, no! I could have saved that. This is the most painful part of the game. Ascending this vertical shaft out of Kraid's Lair is the most painful part of this game. Thankfully, I'm good enough at remembering the timing that it's fine. But those first couple times of playing this game, that timing was so annoying. Also, that was dangerous to try and land on that block with that enemy. Because Samus just takes so much knockback that if you fall all the way back down, it's just a chore. Alright, but there we go. Hardest part of the game done. Oh no! Okay, cool. So, yep, that one missile tank that I missed is indeed that one from Ridley's Lair. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I feel dumb. I knew I was gonna forget one. I knew I was gonna forget one. Oh well. Well, actually, how long have I been going? An hour and 38 minutes? I could theoretically go back and get it. I don't know, chat, do you want me to go back and get it, or... Because we can now that we have Ridley and Kraid killed, we can now complete the game. I don't know, do we want to go back and get that one missile tank? Because I know exactly where it is. It theoretically shouldn't take more than like 10 minutes to go get. Oop. You know what? I did promise that this was going to be a 100% playthrough. I'm gonna go back and get it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go back and get it. I feel annoyed at myself that I forgot it, but, you know, it is what it is. I knew I was going to forget at least one of them. It's unfortunate that it has to be the one all the way down in Ridley's Lair, but whatever. It is what it is. I want that counter to be 255, not 250. God, I love the screw attack. It just makes all of this level traversal a non-issue. Whoop. Come on. Come on, Samus. An interesting little thought that I had. This is going to be a little bit about Metroid Dread, and this is a little bit of spoiler material for Metroid Dread. So, if you haven't played Metroid Dread, I do highly suggest going and picking it up and playing it. But this is your warning that there are going to be a little bit of spoilers for Metroid Dread. And by a little bit of spoilers, I mean some massive story spoilers. Alright, you have 3, 2, 1. Alright. So one little thought that I had was I found it kind of funny that the translation of Zebes in this game is Zebeth with a TH on the end instead of an S. One thing that I found really interesting about the Chozo language that we hear in Metroid Dread, because, you know, Quiet Robe and Ravenbeak talk to Samus in Chozodian. What I found interesting is the way that they pronounce their S's is with a TH sound. So instead of saying Samus Aran, they say Tamus Aran. So if you think about it, the way that Chozo could pronounce Zebes is Zebet or something like that, or Zebeth, just like how it's spelled in this game. So I thought that was fascinating. That, you know, maybe this translation isn't wrong, and in one dialect it is Zebeth. I don't know, I found that interesting. Just a little brain thought that I had a little while back. I do have to say, I loved that particular aspect about Metroid Dread, that we got to see and hear a living, breathing Chozo. We got to hear the Chozodian language. And we got to hear Samus speak Chozodian, which I thought was really fucking cool. That was just, what can I say? I just thought it was really cool. There's nothing more that I could really add to that thought. Come on, jump up. Jump up. Alright, missile tank. Let's go ahead and retrieve you. I feel like such a dummy. I can't believe that I forgot. I can't believe that I forgot one missile tank. I knew I was gonna forget something. And of course it ended up being one that was just way out of the way. Nope, this is not the door. This is not the door. Ah, you know what? I just realized I completely forgot about that energy tank in Kraid's Lair too. Dang it! What? 8 playthroughs and I still forget shit. Ah! Tell you what, it's the recording curse. Everybody knows about the recording curse. The second you go to try and record something, that's when you forget something. Or that's when you just start to really suck at the game. Yep. It's the recording curse. I knew it was gonna hit me. I knew it was gonna hit me. I should have done a test playthrough today. Hello, missile tank. There it is. That was the one missile tank that I forgot. Because I was just so excited to get out of Ridley's lair. Ah, why did I bother going back for that health? I was just gonna lose it again immediately. Oh my god, everything did so much damage to me. Holy crap. Oh my god, why? Alright, I'm definitely gonna need to go back for that energy tank down in Kraid's lair because oh my god. But you know what? Let's look at the upside of things. Now that I was forced to come back down here into Ridley's lair, I can go and collect that second ice beam power-up that is in Norfair. The beam power-up that was so good, they decided to give it to you twice, I guess. That's cool. You know what? It worked out in the end. Let's think positively. It worked out in the end. And I'm still gonna get my sub 3 hours anyway, so it's fine. I do have to wonder what on earth these bubbles were supposed to be. I wonder what the thought process was when they were designing Norfair, when they were, you know, developing the game originally. I guess that they... Wait, is this supposed to be like bubbles? They look like bubbles, so I think they were supposed to be bubbles. I do find it cool, though. Can you tell I'm running out of things to talk about? Oh, Lord. Alright, let's go and get that ice beam. Because again, for Metroids, we're going to have the ice beam. That is 100% required. Oh, wait a minute. Is this my door? This is my door. Yeah, this is my door. Oh, wait. No, that's right. I need to take the top route. Because I do not have the ice beam, I cannot freeze enemies. So I'm going to have to take the top route. Alright. Now we can go over to here proper. Oh my lord. Look at all the bubbles. Yes, chair, I know I'm fat. Thank you very much. Whoa. Now that's some graphical glitch right there. Whoa, what on earth was that? Okay. Alright, Ice Beam. We are back to the Ice Beam, and we're ready for endgame. But first, I need to go back to Kraid's lair and get that one energy tank I forgot. Because I'm a dunce. Oh, of course you would knock me off of there. I have to say, out of all of my test playthroughs, this is the most awkward one that I've ever done. This is the most awkward playthrough that I've done yet. It's kind of hilarious. All the testing, all the preparation that I've done, and my playthrough ended up still being weird. Really? Samus, please. Thank you. Okay, let's get out of Norfair. For good this time. I'm so annoyed at myself that I completely forgot that one missile tank. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Oh, look at that NES slow down. Wow. As much as I would love to go to the end game right now, we unfortunately can't because I promised 100% playthrough. Back down to Kraid. Whoa, what on earth is my microphone picking up? Oh my god, it was picking up the car outside. Holy crap. Microphone, are you really that sensitive that you picked up the motorcycle outside? It's a loud-ass motorcycle, I gotta say. Okay, now we can get this one thing I forgot. Because of course I would forget it. Hello, energy tank. You are looking very nice today. Oh, that's another thing that I forgot. When Samus has tick damage, for whatever reason, she can't collect things. Which is another really weird sensation. Okay, now that is 100% items. We can now go to the end of the game, I swear. Okay, let's wrap this up for good. Thank you, Kraid's Lair. We won't ever hear your music again until Smash Brothers. Goodbye. It's such a shame that in the mainline Metroid games, they never bring back Kraid's Lair's music, except for, like, the first game and the remake of the first game. Like, they never brought this, they never brought Kraid's Lair theme back. I don't know why. It's my favorite piece, and they never bring it back. It's so sad. Not even when Kraid made an appearance in Metroid Dread did they bring back his theme. They didn't even have his battle theme, his normal battle theme, which just felt weird. That's one thing that I will say about Metroid Dread is I can't remember a lot of the music pieces in the game. Maybe it's because I haven't played it enough yet and it just hasn't, like, clicked with me. But I can't remember much of the songs. Like, battle themes especially, I can't remember any of them off the top of my head. I don't know what exactly is the reason for that. It can't be because they're just not strong compositions. I'm sure they're great compositions. I can't remember any of them. It's weird. Alright. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are nearly done with this so-called Zero mission. It is now time to ascend all the way up this vertical shaft, and it's time to take the battle to the mechanical life vein, Mother Brain. As soon as I climb all the way up, I'm lurking, but real low energy tonight. I want to drop and say hi, though. Vertical Shaft Kappa. Yes, absolutely. Also, you misspelled Kappa. It's with a capital K. So get Nanade Crystal. But thank you for showing up. I did a dumb thing, and I completely forgot about certain power-ups. Like, I missed the missile tank, and I missed an energy tank, so I had to prolong the playthrough by, like, 15 minutes. That was real fun. Alright, here we are, though. The final room. Shoot the Ridley statue, shoot the Kraid statue, and we are able to progress. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. To take the fight to Mother Brain, we have to head down to Torian. And this is where we encounter Metroid! Now, Metroids are extremely dangerous. I'm gonna do my best to not let them latch onto me ever. Oh my god. That just scared the hell out of me. Me when I subscribe. Yes, you subscribed. Me when I subscribe. Thank you very much. That just scared the hell out of me. Why was it so loud? Alright, but Metroids, though, when they latch onto you, they suck the life out of you. You do not want that to ever happen. Samus really looks like a bubblegum flesh sack here. She does. That is the Various suit. It was just a color swap in the original game. She didn't get those, really fashionable, bulky, football sort of shoulder pads until Metroid 2 Return of Samus on Game Boy. Because then they were forced to change her design. My god, what? Who? Ghosty Blue, thank you very much. Why is it so loud? Holy shit. It scares the hell out of me every time. Cradle 2, get fooked. Hey, Jacob, yes. What? What is it, Frost? How can I help you? Oh! Did you gift a sub? Oh, well, thank you very much. Unfortunately, the only reward that you're gonna get is that emo, and the only reward that I'm gonna get is the fact that the notification went off, because Twitch keeps all of the money, so that's nice. One little interesting bit of lore that I found out recently about Metroids is that all of these Metroids here were taken from one Metroid. And they apparently, what the Space Pirates did was they exposed the Metroid to beta rays, right? Stay with me now. They exposed it to beta rays, and it ended up multiplying into all of these different Metroids. So that's interesting. Alright, with that said, we are at the end of the game. We're at the hardest part of the game. Now, I may need to go back and, get some more missiles after this, because, good lord, this part of the game is very hard. Because it's Juggle City. You just get juggled around everywhere by all of these rinkas, and you have to deal with all of these doors. So I may be quiet here just to concentrate. So I apologize. But there is a good chance that I will die here. Now, theoretically, what the strategy you're supposed to do here is, you're supposed to, like, freeze these guys and, oh, I have an opportunity to do a bunch of damage. Oh, it's magic, you know. Now, what all of, like, the experts do online is they sort of, like, freeze the rinkas, and then they go and take the fight to Mother Brain. And what the hell? This is working. Normally, I can't reliably do this. What the hell? Oh, okay, that's the strategy, I guess. Just deliberately go into the lava. Oh my god, yeah! 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 That was the most painless run of Torian that I've ever done. Now we gotta get the hell out of here! Alright, now, I found this part of the game to be extremely annoying. And extremely, not annoying, but just extremely difficult when I was younger, because these platforms are so freaking tiny. Look at these things. It's like I'm bouncing on pills. Thankfully, I am comfortable enough with the physics that I can reliably jump up here without too much issue. There are some times that I do mess up, but nothing too catastrophic. You have, oh boy, you have a good, like, you have a good while before the timer runs out, so you should be fine if you just keep at it. But with that said, there we are, ladies and gentlemen. That is Metroid 1 on NES completed. Great! You fulfilled your mission. It will revive peace in space, but it may be invaded by the other Metroid. Pray for a true peace in space. And there we are. We have done it, and what ending did I get? I got the Zero Suit ending. Absolutely. There we are. There's the lady herself. She gives us a nice wave. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Metroid 1 on NES. A little bit of an awkward playthrough, I gotta say. I wasn't expecting myself to just outright miss a missile tank and an energy tank, so it was extended by a good 20 minutes. I do apologize for that. But there we are. You did that rather fast. Well, yeah, a lot of the experts are able to read up in chat, Fooligan. Excuse me. Hey, Jacob, you want to see something cool? It was completely wasted, I'm aware. They will keep the money until you hit $100. Yep, I know. You'll eventually get a payout? Maybe. Do I want to see something really cool? Is it the 3 emotes? Oh, God, it's the impossible flex. Well, there you go, Frost. You've done it. You have impossibly flexed. That means I have to do something special for you, huh? I did say I was gonna, like, handwrite a letter to you. But that seems kind of lame. Frost, what do you want your reward to be? Sugma dick. Okay, bring it over here and we'll go at it. Why not? Oh boy, here we are. The end. This is the end. Thank you so much for watching. And by the way, when you press start at the end of the game, you get a new game plus. And when you start New Game Plus, I don't know why I adjusted my microphone, I'm gonna need to move it back over here. You get to play as Zero Suit Samus, rocking green hair and whatnot. But you get to keep all the major power-ups. You have the Ice Beam, the Long Beam, you have the Screw Attack, the High Jump Boots, you can Morph Ball and Morph Ball Bomb. So that means in this playthrough, you can just go and play the game however you want. The only thing is your energy tanks and your missile tanks completely reset. That is the only caveat. But I will not be doing that tonight. Maybe in the future I'll revisit Metroid and we'll do it again then. But for right now, no, I don't really do it. I don't really want to do it. Bro, I'm not going to choose. You do what you want, okay? Oh shoot, we get something for an impossible flex? Bet. Soon. Yes, you do get something for doing an impossible flex. Frost, you're actually very lucky because I wasn't going to put it up to 1 million. I was actually going to increase it over back to 100,000. So you're lucky that you were able to get the impossible flex when you did. That being said, I'm not going to increase it. What the fuck? I have such a small amount of points. That's because you don't watch my stream, idiot. Just kidding. You're not an idiot. But all right. Let's go ahead to Just the Face. And yeah, that's that. That was Metroid. I hope you like that transition because I paid 20 bucks for it. I wanted a cool transition, and that was one that that was just one that I did. Let me just go back to game selection, close out of that. We can just put that into sleep mode because I'm done with my Switch for tonight. All right, chat. Have you any parting thoughts for the stream? I'm glad that chat showed up the second that I ended the game. It was about to end the stream, so that's very good timing there, chat. Do it again, idiot. Nah. Frost has been schlurking, so thank you very much for schlurking. The transition? Oh, the transition. Oh, okay. That's why you were calling me an idiot. Okay. We'll go back to the main event. There we go. Oh, hey, look. It's the Discord. Whoops. That's not the one that I wanted to go to. I wanted to go to this one. There we are. We have no signal. No signal whatsoever. But yeah, I think it's a really cool transition. I like it. I wanted something that looked Metroid-like, and that looked very Metroid, so I decided to go with it. You know, honestly, I could potentially make transitions like that. If you make transitions like that, you can make a lot of money on, like, Envato Market. Yeah, you should definitely go for it. That would be a good way to make money. But that is that. That was Metroid 1. Next time when I visit Metroid again, to be honest, I'll probably do Metroid 1 again. Because this playthrough felt a little sloppy. I do want to have a round 2. So next time that I stream Metroid again, it will be Metroid 1. But then after that, I do want to get better at playing Metroid 2 Return of Samus. So when I play another Metroid game, it may very well be Return of Samus. It could also be Prime. I don't know. Feeling in a very Metroid mood recently. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Bikini speed run. I'm not good enough to do like an hour playthrough. I'm not that good. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. This is Jacob of RetroTech signing off. Have yourself a fantastic night and take care. And thank you for the sub and the gift sub. That was nice. If y'all want to talk to me after stream, I'm going to change over to the gaming channel on the private Discord. So, yeah, I'll see you there. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not your mom.